How you doing, everyone out in YouTube world? This is Rob G from Psych Word Radio Show, and this is your hip-hop history in 2 minutes. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the relationship between Jay-Z and Nas. Nas was born and raised in Queensbridge, New York, and in 1994, he dropped what many consider to be the greatest hip-hop album of all time, Illmatic. Jay-Z was born and raised in Marcy Projects in Brooklyn, New York City. In 1996, he released what is considered to be one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all times, Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z actually borrowed a vocal sample from Nas and put that on Jay-Z, his solo album, Reasonable Doubt. And now Nas has always been a little bit more quiet, whereas Jay-Z was always a little bit more flamboyant. Now, after the death of the notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, it really seemed like the crown, the throne for New York City hip-hop was kind of up in the air, and Nas and Jay-Z were absolutely the front runners for this. Now, there were a lot of subliminal diss tracks back and forth between the two, but it all came to a head when finally Nas released a diss song called Stillmatic, not to be confused with his album Stillmatic. This was a freestyle track that is over the Eric B. and Rakim track Paid in Full. So Nas releases this freestyle track Stillmatic. Jay-Z responds with the track The Takeover, which shook the hip-hop world. After The Takeover, it looked like Jay-Z was going to win the battle or the beef, but then Nas came back and released what is probably known as the best diss track of all time, and that was Ether. Immediately after that, Jay-Z releases a freestyle track called Super Ugly, and a lot of people were kind of disappointed with that, especially because Jay-Z took some cheap shots at Nas, where he let everyone know that he had been sleeping with Nas's baby mother. So after that, it was pretty much overall consensus that Nas won the battle. In the year or two after the battle, they continued to take subliminal or overt shots at one another in a song. However, in 2006, Jay-Z became the president of Def Jam, to which he actually signed Nas, and they became friends again. They actually released a track or two where they collaborated. Either way, these are two hip-hop legends. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Rob G, and that was your hip-hop history in 2 minutes.